Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Eden Zero, episodes 2 and 3. Today is obviously my day off, so if I get lucky, I might be able to record some more. I don't know. Maybe. I hope. But for the moment, I'm going to do a review. I won't know until in a bit when my sister comes to get my nephew, because apparently the whole class got a point for talking, or lost a point for talking. And that if they do something they're not supposed to, they lose a point, and the points are supposed to go towards like a treat at the end of the week. So, yeah, the more things you do wrong, the less points you have. I don't know how the whole class lost a whole point for talking. I don't know, but I mean they're in the first grade, so anyway, yeah, I paused this show in a bunch of places in at least these 2 episodes because we see some cameos in this show. I think the first one was when they got to Blue Garden and headed to the Adventurers Guild because they were going to register Shiki as an adventurer, and so they can go, to all sorts of distant planets. And apparently B-Cube is like YouTube. Or that show's version of YouTube. And yeah, the first cameo that we see is Levy and her team sitting at a table. I actually paused it quite a few times, just gushing about this. And later is in the next episode, actually. No, actually, I guess you could say it was a cameo. No, it was a reference. Because in this episode, we find out more about Happy and Rebecca's. I have to keep myself thinking that it's Happy and Rebecca, not Happy and Lucy, or Happy and Natsu, because it's not the same Happy apparently. But yeah, when they were little, Rebecca found Happy, and apparently, in both their situations, nobody wanted them, so they abandoned them. And I'm like, Natsu would never abandon Happy. So this is not essentially Fairy Tail, or this is not the same Happy. Even though we see multiple cameos. So they end up becoming friends, and later on, Happy ends up getting kidnapped by some guy planning on selling him to, I'm guessing on the black market. And they think he's from the planet Xseed. And I'm like, that's a reference right there to Fairy Tail. Xseeds, the cats. And Rebecca goes chasing after them, and obviously Shiki does too. And yeah, we see a flashback where I guess a drunk driver hits Rebecca and Happy, or just Happy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was Rebecca almost getting hit and Happy pushing her out of the way and he got hit, or we don't know. All we know is that an accident happened and Happy was badly hurt. And later on, in that same flashback, Happy obviously gets busted out of the little glass cage he was in, and as soon as he does, this caught me completely off guard. I was thinking that this is the same Happy from Fairy Tail, because same voice actor, same appearance, same name, same just about anything except the wings. But in this version, apparently this Happy can transform into 2 shotguns somehow. Or not shotguns, 2 pistols with ether bullets. And she's a heck of a shot because she gets headshots on all the other enemies. And I was like, wait, that's not right. Do Xseeds do that? And apparently the other guys were just as shocked as I was, so that means Xseeds can't normally do that. And later on, we find out that Happy's body was badly damaged I'm assuming his mind and personality somehow, I don't know how, were what, transformed into a metal body? I mean, what part of him is still organic at this point? If anything at all. Could somebody let me know, please? That'd be great. But yeah, apparently he's a robot kitty now. And this is why Rebecca got so upset when the robots were telling Shiki that humans and robots could not be friends. Because at that time, Happy was indeed a robot. And, yeah. Obviously, the bad guys get taken away after all this. And later, we end up seeing them in a cafe, chit-chatting, and Shiki was bummed about the Adventurers Guild because when they went to register and everything, everybody was treating him badly and making fun of him because when he saw the hologram of Mother, the goddess thing, she looked familiar to him, like he had seen her before. And everybody thinks it's impossible because she is outside the Sakura Cosmos, last they saw, or last they knew, and apparently it's impossible to, I guess, get out there. So, but we don't know what Shiki's backstory is prior to the Demon Lord guy, robot guy, bringing him there to Granbull. So, he could have met her for all we know. And while they're talking, he was talking about how he thought the guild would be like a family and he could make some new friends. And Rebecca was talking about how this reminded her of a show she had watched. And as she's talking, another cameo pops up, Natsu and Lucy leaving together like on a date. And I'm like, yeah, I was pointing and just gushing about how, like, I was convinced that this show is like fairy tale in the future, but that doesn't make any really sense now that I think about it because Natsu would never abandon Happy. Maybe this is like a parallel universe type thing that they can go to where Happy isn't with Natsu in this. I don't know. But we also end up meeting another person. Dang it, what was her name? She looked like Wendy. Except her eyes were green and not brown. And she had a crappy attitude, too. Lalatina or something like that? I don't remember what her name is. But apparently she's the most popular VTuber out there. And yeah, Shiki didn't like that she made Rebecca cry. And Rebecca has to physically drag him out to keep him from like doing something the others will attack him for or something, because he probably would have. And they decide to head out and get a better ship because Shiki did have a good idea for a video series for her. They're documenting their journey to go and find Mother. And proving to the others that, he had met her before. And yeah, that would be a good video series for her. That would be very popular because I'm sure that Mother is a talk of the town when it comes to speculation and everything. So they decide to head to, dang it, what was it? Norma, I think that's what it was. And, yeah, they go there to try and find the professor who had fixed up Happy before and Rebecca before. But when they get there, they are met with something strange. The professor, and yet it's not the professor. That happens. I'll see you guys next time.